of us may be good when the audience are only the students. So our level of communication skill will be in the easy level. And most of us will be good when we are communicating with our principals, our fellow teachers. And only some of us will be good in our communication skills when we are dealing with students or any set of audience on the stage. So each and every level, we have to show that we have a good command over our English communication skills. So this bettering our communication skill is a journey. It doesn't have an end. So it doesn't has an end because the journey has to continue. So each and every day as a teacher, we are supposed to be in the process of enhancing all the skills of a good communication, inshallah. So with this mindset, let's move on to the topic, a step ahead in bettering our communication, English communication skills, inshallah. Fine. So why should we improve our communication? What is the reason behind increasing or enhancing English communication skills? So let us take this as an introduction. Wherever we go, teachers, wherever we go to any nook and corner of this universe, this language is going to definitely help us, as this is very helpful in international communication. And we all know that this language is the official language in more than 50 countries of the world. And this helps as a link language, connecting people, whatever be their native languages are. So if we are really proficient in English language, we can manage anywhere and we will have the confidence to move anywhere. And definitely we as teachers, we are responsible to create this confidence among the batch of students who are given in our hands as an amana. And also we know that most of the media and websites are in English. And definitely this English is not only an international communication, but it's also a global language. So what's the difference? A global language is a language which is not only spoken as a native language, but by many of the speakers around the world, but also it is the second language for many people. So most of the people use English as their second language. And as I have given as points, by 2050, inshallah, half of the world shall be proficient in English. And definitely ourselves and also our students should be also a part of this lot, this pool of English-speaking people, inshallah. And one more thing is, this English communication skill is demanded everywhere, wherever our students are going to go for employment opportunities, or for career improvement, or for their higher education. They will be mainly tested for this English language skill. Even last week, we had an article in the Hindu, and I think that it was posted in Omiyat WhatsApp group also, because there the author says that children or students who are passing out recently from universities, definitely they are not eligible for any sort of employability. When you see employability skills or soft skills, the one which tops the list is communication aspect. So because of all these things, learning language at its best and having the ability, cultivating the ability to use it the correct way becomes mandatory for all of us to excel in this world. And one more thing is, India has more people who speak and understand English than any other country in the world. So because of all these reasons, and the last two, I'll take to the other slide, right? Come on. And one more thing, I want to tell you one thing. This English speaking skill, in a survey, it is shown that most of these skills are even related to religion and the caste to which belong and to the strata of society to which we belong. So when you see this slide, you can see when we come to caste, upper caste people, 11%, it's given in percentage, 11% of people are able to speak in English. And in which we have given something on religion, when it comes to Hindu population, nearly 6% of population, they are able to converse in English. And when it comes to Muslim people, only 4% of Muslims, they are able to converse. And when it comes to Christian population, nearly 16%. So what do all these things, these reports show us? Definitely, we, the Muslim Ummah, we are lagging behind in this conversation, because in some parts, we are really amazed why people are expecting us to behave in certain fashions. For example, I've got an experience. So here in this belt in Ranipet or Velu district, all those places, the literacy rate among Muslims is very low. So I had an opportunity to go to CMC, and I was admitting my son for a surgery there. So when I was about to this occupy the ward, I was going to meet the nurses, and especially the staff nurse belonging to that floor. And when I was conversing with them, I was not given any sort of respect. They did not respond to all my questions, and whatever I asked, they are simply snubbing away by them. They are disrespecting something, some sort of behavior which is not expected from this professional group of people. But I was really, Salim sir, right. So then after some time, the doctors came for rounds, and I was conversing with the doctor in English. So usually we do so, right? So most of the doctors, they don't know Tamil, and so I was speaking to them in English. And after some time, after the departure, I heard the nurses speaking like this: "Hey, in the Burma, English lam pesudu." So it is seen that it's unacceptable for a Burma, because they call Burma Muslim women as Burma here. So it's unacceptable for a Muslim woman to chat or speak in English. So that's the state. So as teachers, we have the responsibility to change the situation and make our children to be very good and proficient in English. So I'll move on to the previous slide, because one more reason why I'm asking all of you, to expand your knowledge of English, that is, English is a language which has an extensive and mixed vocabulary, and many borrowed words are there in English, because English, it has borrowed words, and it has been borrowing, and it's still borrowing words from other languages. And to this date, it has borrowed from nearly 350 other languages. So it has got an extensive vocabulary. Vocabulary is being added to this language. So it becomes imperative for us teachers to become updated, up to date knowledge of this language. And we have to be increasing or widening of horizon of this comprehension and extensive language development of English. So, it's a language which accommodates many other languages. It's an adaptable language. It's a language of flexibility. So what we are going to do is, we are going to extend. So in that way also, we have to be all the time, we have to be in the journey of improving our language skills. Come on. So here, for you to understand, so English has also got many words from Hindi, right? Okay. So the first picture, what's that? Anyone? Hello? Is it audible? Chutney, right. Chutney, it belongs to Hindi. Right, Nisar Fathimah ma'am. Yes. Chutney belongs to Hindi, but it has been borrowed to English, and now chutney is an English word too. And the next one, any guess?
Jungle.
Jungle is also an English word. Third one, the person who is sitting on the elephant, who is he called? What is he called? A man who trains elephants?
Mahout.
Right, mashallah. So mahout is also an English word. The fourth one, teapoy. Teapoy is also a Hindi word. previously. Now it has become incorporated into English. And even shampoo comes from champo, an English word. The last one English has borrowed from Tamil. What's that?
Katamaram.
Mashallah. Catamaran is also English word, and we can be proud that it has been into English now from Tamil. Mashallah. So these are the points, I want to reiterate here, because English being the universal language, and also English is a language which is borrowing continuously words from other languages. And the third important point, what I am going to tell you. So these are the reasons why we should be, as teachers, we should be on the journey of adding English language to our career. Come on. And one more thing, mashallah, we are all teachers belonging to English medium schools. So we are proud teachers of English medium schools. And not only English teachers, we subject teachers, we are also given the amana that is, we are responsible to enhance the English speaking skills of our students. Excluding Arabic teachers, excluding language teachers, they are responsible to enhance their own language skills in their students. But we English teachers and also the subject teachers, in along with enhancing our subject competencies, we are entitled to do this obligation, because it is a namana, it is a trust and honesty and loyalty we are all supposed to do, because Allah has given us this opportunity to reach and teach our children. And in this case, it becomes a responsibility, inshallah. Another one is, we should have that integrity. So when we are transferring the English speaking skills to our students, it has to have the highest moral standards, inshallah. So when we are discharging our duties as a teacher, it's equally a responsibility to fulfill this amana of carrying over English to our students, inshallah. One more thing is, we are accountable for this. So please, teachers, never use your native tongue inside your classrooms or inside your school campus in front of your students. So being the global language, being the ever expanding language, taking it as an amana, it becomes the obligation for all of us to communicate in very good English for our students. So for that, it becomes the responsible for us to improve ourselves. At the same time, we have to see some improvement in our students also, definitely, inshallah. Next. So what is language actually? If we are good at any language, first one, we have to be good in fluency. Next, we have to be good in clarity. And again, we have to be good in spontaneity. So what is fluency? Fluency is nothing but
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Nisar sir joined, huh? Nisar sir joined, huh?
जी सर.
नहीं वो अभी वो कंप्लीट कर दिए क्या मैम कंप्लीट कर दिए मैम हैव यू कंप्लीटेड सम लिंक प्रॉब्लम से आया नहीं शायद
ma'am. Hello.
मैम योर वॉइस नॉट हियरिंग
Uh,
हैव यू कंप्लीटेड
no.
yes कंटिन्यू मैम
Okay, fine. So for a good communication skill, something like 2 minutes.
Echoing.
For a good communication skill, that these three things are very important. Am I audible now?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay. The first one is fluency. It's the smoothness of our conversation. How fast we are able to speak, how fluently we are able to speak, and what is the speed of our utterances. Whether we are able to, what we think, whether we are able to choose the apt words for the thought process, how we are going to combine the words into sentences, into logical sentences, which will be meaningful to the listener. So this is what fluency means. At the same time, we should have some clarity. So clarity is more or less related to pronunciation, inshallah. So clarity, screen share. Okay, so clarity is very important. At the same time, we should have some sort of spontaneity, because if we are asked to speak something, or if we are in a position to answer someone, we should not grope for words. We should not stumble for words. We should not be searching for words. It should be automatically coming from our thought process. So clarity of words are very, very important. Pronunciation is very important, right? But even otherwise, we students and we teachers, most of the time, we are not able to improve our fluency and clarity and spontaneity. Why is it so? It remains a very big question, because forget about city schools, they have good communication skills. We can see good communication skills in students as well as teachers. But screen? Okay. Sir, can I share my screen?
Yes, sir. You can.
Yes? Okay. Only the host can share in this meeting, it seems.
We will make it.
Okay, fine. It go to that slide. So why are we not able to speak very good English? So how are we going to perfect English? What are the reasons behind all these things? So one by one, we are going to see. First one is, I'm going to give you what am I to say? The psychology behind most of these inhibitions. We have got lots and lots of inhibitions, in starting to converse in English. The first thing is how far we are confident to speak in English. How far we are confident. What is confidence actually? It is nothing but trusting our abilities. Ability to touch, ability to showcase that we are an able personality. So that is confidence. So we should have a strong belief in ourselves that we will be able to speak in a particular occasion, in a particular situation in English. So what are the efforts we are making to understand, to show that we are also people who are able to confidently speak in English, right? So when you speak to people, and ask them what are the reasons behind your inefficiency in speaking in English, most of them, they will say that, ma'am, they won't say, ma'am, I'm not good in grammar, I don't have good vocabulary. No, they will say, I don't have that confidence to speak in English. So what are the reasons? How can we do this confidence? How can we improve this confidence is going to be the next question. So what we are going to do is, please, before you get proper confidence, teachers, the first thing what you're supposed to do is you have to fake till you make it. What does it mean? Because even if you are not confident, you should show others that you are confident. When does this confidence actually come? So we can't say that you have to improve confidence, cultivate confidence. The first thing, you have to mind your thought process. So in your mind, you have to think that you're confident, and you have to start conversing in English. That is the reason. That is how you can improve your level of confidence and start conversing in English. So please make it a point to improve your level of confidence, inshallah. The next thing, most of us will have a limited vocabulary. So that is also another reason why we will not talk in English, because sometimes we think that, okay, I may start talking in English, but I'm really afraid whether I'll be having the enough number of words or set of words to convey my ideas. And most of the people, we feel that ordinary ideas, normal ideas, simple ideas, we may able to convey, but whether if the ideas become difficult, if our thoughts become difficult, whether we will be able to choose the right words to convey our feelings. Next, most of us, we fear making mistakes. And we also feel that if we commit mistakes, we think that it's very grave and people will start laughing at it. No, definitely, this is also not true. We should not fear for making mistakes. Next is, most of us, what we do is, when we see people talking in English in a group, we avoid people talking in English, and we will be comfortable in a zone where people are talking only in the vernacular or the native tongue. Another one is, we have lots and lots of apprehensions. What is an apprehension? We will feel sometimes that if we speak something in English, definitely we will commit any mistake. So apprehension, what is apprehension actually? நம்ம என்ன நினைக்கிறோம்னா, ஏதோ தப்பு நடக்க போகுது. Definitely, if I start speaking, some mistake definitely in grammar or in vocabulary or in pronunciation, definitely I'm going to make something wrong. So that apprehension always haunts us. And one more thing is, we don't have enough grammar. And what are the reasons behind all these things? From the teacher's part, what we have to do? One is, we don't spend enough time. We don't take enough efforts to start conversing in English. And teachers, we are ending the session, only one thing. You may be in the easy level of English communication skill. For example, if I ask you something to respond, you may be giving me that response in one word or two words. How was the session? Good, ma'am. Excellent, ma'am. Worst, ma'am. So something I can expect. So then we will be in the easy level. Another, that moderate or medium level, will be, you will be able to give clear answers in sentences and in good words, selecting good words. So this becomes the proficiency. It's not only needed you have to be fluent, it's equally needed you have to be proficient. So that's the difference between fluency and proficiency. So proficiency is the apt words, how you are able to correct the apt words in conveying your thoughts and ideas. Right. So we will continue in the next section. Next session, I would like any teachers, if you are really confident, to give a 1 minute feedback, fluent feedback as well as proficient feedback. Can I get? Teachers, you can try giving any feedback about this session, just to improve our confidence. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
audible.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, ma'am.
Yes. Come on, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Alhamdulillah. Really, the session was really an eye-opener to each and every one of us. As you
Mashallah.
said that the major thing is, when we compared our district to the city level,
Yes.
exactly we are just right depriving only.
Wow,
So I
mashallah,
want
mashallah.
all the teachers of our district to improve their English language, not only
Mashallah.
among the students, even
But
among our teachers.
mashallah, mashallah,
Our
mashallah.
teachers
Right.
too should confidently talk even with each and every one of us among our school.
Mashallah.
Inshallah. So
Mashallah.
that is the only thing that I want all the teachers to improve, ma'am.
Shamim ma'am, Jazakallah, Shamim ma'am. Right.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Jazakallah khair, ma'am.
How many words, we can get, so we can understand the vocabulary skills from this. Right. Mashallah.
Before Nisar Umri Saab take the mic, Peshmam Saab, Dr. Peshmam Nazir Saab will give expert comment on your topic.
Inshallah,
He
inshallah.
also loves the English.
Okay,
Peshmam Saab,
okay.
about this program.
Alhamdulillah. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi
Walaikum
wabarakatuh.
assalam wa rahmatullah.
MashaAllah. There is no any price and words to speak about